floor. This ain't no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Pull up your Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal.
Granny ain't scared, and you better not be either. Welcome to Granny's house.
Welcome to Granny's house. How are you doing tonight? Episode 34. I am loving it. I'm loving it. Episode 34. Give me a second, y'all, to scream at somebody turn their TV down. I'm back. Okay, as we get started, episode 34 tonight is I never did mine. The small things. Something that we have not thought about in our growth and our development of how to walk past little bitty fires and people that's throwing embers at us and trying to make us smoke and blare up. But before we get started, let's do what we talk about. What the rules? We like, follow, we share. We like, follow, and share. Welcome to Granny House on Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade, and YouTube. We like, follow, and we share. We don't gatekeep, and we subscribe on YouTube. We subscribe. Everything it says right here. All images and words spoken or written belong to Granny. Your attendance is your approval. Your attendance is your approval. So welcome again to Granny's house. Let's get started. We welcome our TTs in the room today, coming in early. Hey, greetings, beloved. How you doing? Uh-oh. How you doing there? I see you in the house. And if you're here, a rule that's not written on here, but I'm going to let it be written and known in your heart. Don't walk in my house and don't speak. How dare you? Were you raised by wolves? If you walk in my house, you speak. You don't say much. You can just throw a heart and say whatever. Hey, Granny, how you doing? What it do, boo? However you feel. Just let me know you're here. Let us know you're here so we can what? We can share the time together. Well, they come salam, beloved. How you doing? So let's get started. Let's get the ride started. I never mind. Let's say mind the small things. Not mind the small things, right? I never mind the small things. There was a time when everything got a reaction out of me. I side-eyed everything. I answered everything. You gave a tone, I matched it. You hear me? I double matched your tone. You gave a comment, I was a whole production. Growth will teach you something real quick. Not everything deserves your energy. I learned that some situations are small on purpose. They're bait. You better listen to me. They are bait. They're sparks looking for gasoline. And I decided I don't carry no fuel in my pocket no more. You hear me? I got little bits. I got like a little pocket little fuel things, but I don't have that big gas can I used to carry at first. I got a little bit of little small little propane in my little purse side, just in case I go to Walmart and somebody cut it up. But that's my business. I'm not fully delivered yet, right? I've learned how to de-escalate myself. Hard task. I'm learning, let me correct that my own spelling. I'm learning how to de-escalate myself. Before I correct somebody else, I check me. Hard task. I'm practicing it. Before I clap back, I breathe. Before I clap back, I breathe. Before I react, I ask, is this worth who I'm becoming? Is this worth something's in my eye, sorry, who I'm becoming? And the answer ain't always yes. It ain't always yes, but I'm working on it. I don't answer everything. I'm striving not to. I'm striving to walk away from a lot of stuff. I'm learning how not to have to explain everything that goes on with me or all my feelings or emotions. And I definitely don't fight small fires when I can walk over them. You hear me? Hey, TT, how you doing, beloved? Tonight, we're talking about celebrating growth. The kind that, it doesn't look loud. And it feels peaceful. Something we're not used to, right? Peace. Because when you stop minding the small things, you start protecting the big things. Your peace, your purpose, your future. So come on, let's talk about it. Y'all ready? Let's talk about it. Not minding the small thing. Small situations don't. I'm gonna say it again loud for you. Don't deserve big reactions. Small situations don't deserve big reactions. Walaikum salam, TT. How you feeling? Not everything needs a response. That was me. I responded to everything. I felt that I had to set it off everywhere I went. And I wasn't like that at first. But as I grew up and I was changing to a different atmosphere in my neighborhood, I felt that I had to set it off and give a response to everything that I felt, my own little crazy opinion of what was or what wasn't. Not thinking rational at all, just explode. Not everything deserves a response. You've been there in some of the moments to where you go, ooh, why did I say that? We go think 5 times. Some situations are designed to pull you out of your character. And I've been in many of those to where I had to actually come back and go, who is that? Who is she? This is not the same person you came out the house with. You are not the same person that put them shoes on a minute ago. Who are you? That's because I have just come completely out of a bag. And I allowed somebody to take me there in a way that I didn't even think of. Okay, what is their motive? What is their reason? We don't talk about that. Walking away early is not avoidance. It's wisdom and learning boundaries. And I know if you notice in our show, we talk about boundaries a lot. We're going to continue to talk about boundaries because as we set boundaries allow us to understand and know what's the difference between disrespect, what's the difference between somebody just being blatantly disrespectful. Hold on a second. Somebody being outright unruly, or us being that ourselves. We have to learn boundaries for our own personal self. Y'all forgive me. Somebody just blowing my phone up right now. It's not worth my peace or parole. You hear me? It's not worth peace or parole. If you have to tell Jesus this, take the wheel, or have some bill money ready, that means that you were not balancing yourself properly. You hear me? It is not worth my peace or me going on parole. Picking battles is a skill, not weakness. So as we think that picking our battles is shows a side of us that's not a powerful side. No, picking your battle shows that you are grown and growing enough to realize that this one right here, yeah, I'm gonna pass this one by. Because this one right here, like something I'm gonna step in my day, so you're gonna poop and step back in it. Yeah, that's what this one feel like to me. This one feels like I'm gonna poop and step back in it. You hear me? What? We're not going there today. Every argument is not your assignment. Every argument is not your assignment. Give it the 5-5 rule. Give it the 5-5 rule. If it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes being upset. My teacher said, I like looking like a deer in the headlights. Acting like I don't hear or speak. No, I do that too. Somebody calls me a deer in the headlights. So I'm like, that's why I laugh real loud, because that's one of the jokes he calls me when I walk around looking like my regular self. A deer in the headlights. Bless your heart. Just because you can win doesn't mean you should fight. And I have a story about this. There's this book that my son has me to read. I'm still reading it, mind your business. But it's called Thick Face, Black Heart. And in Thick Face, Black Heart, there's a part of the book, it's actually in the beginning, where there's this master. He's a kung fu master. And he's walking down the street, and these youngsters come, and they want to come bully him because, he looks meek and mild. Like Sis said, he's like a deer in the headlights, right? So he's meek and mild, and he's calm, and he's walking through the town. And they come and, we heard that you that one. I'm giving you my ghetto version. And he goes, yeah, I'm that one, but we cool, right? Keep cool. Go about your business. No, we heard you that one, and we want to see what you got. And so he's kind of like, but I don't have no desire to fight you. So they're like, okay, well, if you're not gonna fight me, then bow to me, and bow to my feet in front of all these people. And he looked around, and he bowed to their feet. But the people in the town heard about it, and they were like, they actually praised him. They praised him for how balanced that he was. That he could have killed them because he was that guy. You understand what I'm saying? He could have killed them, but he didn't. He walked away and he spared them. So sometimes you're not realizing that you picking your battle in a wise manner. You're not only sparing yourself, you're sparing that other person, because you make the win. But is winning in this instant, and or winning this battle that you're picking, that's probably not even a battle big enough for you to even blow up on, is winning. What did winning prove in this level? Because for him, winning didn't prove. He just walked away. He just said, you know what? I got you. Walking away proved he was a smarter one. Because those in the ones that bullied him, the town people didn't like them. So they ended up getting pushed out the town. But go read the book yourself. And you don't get the ghetto version that I'm giving you. But it's Thick Face, Black Heart. Peace requires discernment. Peace, a word that we're gonna use a lot today. Will this matter tomorrow, next week, or even next year? Back to our 5-5 rule. If it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes being upset about it. So these are questions that I ask my own self now as I'm walking through. I say Walmart a lot, but if I'm walking up on somebody, will this matter to me tomorrow? Certain conversations, will I even think about it in the next 10 minutes? What next week will this even be a conversation? Next year, will I even remember who that person even was? They will be a blip, you hear me, in the atmosphere. My sis says, I peep everything though. I just be trying to preserve my you preserve your sexy self, TT. You get them, girl, you get them. Maturity is choosing impact over ego. So maturity is walking away, not having to prove to myself or to anyone else that I am the bigger person or that I can be or do. You know, you don't have to prove that because we have gotten to ourselves. We have to prove to people I ain't no punk. And I hear you hear your boys must say I can say that, but they have to prove to them I ain't no punk. Well, who are you proving to that you ain't no punk? Who are they? Because the person that you walking around trying to prove you're not a punk to, a lot of times that person that walked on got away with their life and they going about their business. You may be behind bars trying to prove that you ain't no punk. Or you may not even make it. You may be at the Gophers and they handing you your mail because you're 6 feet under. Because you're trying to prove you ain't no punk. You better walk around and not mind some of the small stuff. Y'all ain't listening to me today. Maturity is when you have the power to destroy someone who did you wrong, but you just breathe, walk away, and let life take care of them. Breathe, walk away, and let life take care of them. Walaikum salam, TT. How you doing? Something that is not easy to do. Because a lot of times we want to see the repercussions or the pain that person is getting wielded on. You go, oh God, you handle my business. Or we always go, I'm going to let God handle it. But then you, in your little peon brain, God moving too slow. I want to see it happen to them. I want to see what's going on with them. Some things he'll show you and some things you won't. You'll just hear about it from afar. And learn how to be peaceful and be thankful that it may not have been a time for you to even see the fall of that person. Maybe it's something you couldn't even handle, so he kept it from you. But if it was so detrimental, he needed you to see it, then that was something that's between you and him. That ain't my business. You hear me? De-escalating yourself is the real superpower. De-escalating yourself is a real superpower. De-escalation starts internally, not with the other person. So de-escalation, they say, starts internally. That means that you have to now what? Look inside you. What did I do? Can I walk away from this? Is this some little unhealed little thing that I should have resolved a long time ago that I'm letting bring back or come back up into me? Am I allowing this little blip to now boil me over so much that I can't even calm myself or see a better part of myself? Enough to walk away to where I'll have to answer to this later? Your life is a result of decisions and choices. Excuse me, your decisions and choices. Don't blame anyone else but yourself for your problems. Learn from them, grow from them. So learn from certain things that we've been through. Learn how to grow from them so we don't have to go back through them. You hear me? And when you're dealing with certain people, walk away from them. I ain't saying that everything you'll walk away from. There's some instances that, trust me, I'm gonna have to use my hard piece and not the good piece that I have. It's gonna be some instances that I'm gonna have to put my boots on and strap them up and lace them up. I'm not saying every instance you can walk away from, but I'm saying that learn how to find a more peaceful, that little peaceful part of your life to where you don't have to let every single thing set you off. You're gonna have to learn how. As the time I was taught that somebody may have to spit in your face. You have to know how to walk away and come back around the corner later on too. Everything is not meant to be handled right then and there. Some things are, but everything that's a little bitty small little fires that you know you could have walked past. You knew you could have, but girl, I gotta let her know. I gotta tell, so I gotta let her know about get a piece of my mind. Like you got a piece to share. Learning your own triggers is grown folk work. And that's one of the things that I write in my journal. You should have a journal. We talk about it every week. Learning my triggers. Walaikum salam, beautiful. How are you? I'm learning my triggers. I'm learning what sets me off. Learning what makes me tick. And I also have to remind myself when I go in certain places, remember you got a little bit of this going on, a little bit of that. Don't go over that side. Or if I see a lot of people in the aisle, I go out that aisle and come back in another way. You hear me? Learn how to remove yourself from small fires. That's part of this de-escalation also for yourself. Because you can they say you can see things ahead of time. And if you can see that, that's gonna cause me some great drama. You walking down the aisle and you see Shanae and her homegirls and they over there and they doing too much in the aisle and you know they ain't your scene. Then why walk through there and start trying to tell them about themselves? You want some fires. You want to start some fire. Now, if you could talk to them and help them to see a better way of themselves, it's even a way to do that. But mind your business too. So sometimes you be always pointing your finger. We're gonna talk about that next week. Don't you point your finger, put that rock down. Put that rock down. Learn how to what? Pause, breathe, and walk away. Exit. And this is for just not just being in public. This is even in your home. Learn how to pause, breathe, and exit. A lot of things that's saving my life and somebody else's life. You hear me? It's because I'm learning how to pause, breathe, and walk away. And now we're getting to where the little feng shui between us somehow go, can you walk out and lock the door behind you? That's this little exit strategy. Go on about your business now. You getting on my nerve. Go about my business. Learning when to stay home. Yes, I'm learning when to stay home. But I also have to still protect the same peace inside the home. But what good is it if you're practicing it outside? But your in-house is a whole chaotic situation. What good is it? Because you have to learn how to deal with a lot of everybody. It's a lot of people, a lot of folks stuff that's just unnecessary that you don't really want to deal with in some days. That's what your granny said.
I hear you, baby. But let me call you back after I breathe a minute. Some conversations don't deserve my energy. Not every bump in the street needs a whole detour. Took me a while to learn that the loudest win ain't always the right one. These days, I save my voice for what matters.
Granny said she saved her voice for what matters. See, a little knucklehead little son was in her ear, and Granny had said, "Boy, I'm gonna call you back." You see that man was giving Granny. She said, "Oh, I hear you, but I'm gonna walk away from this one right now. We're gonna come back and deal with the situation tomorrow. You hear me? I'm gonna save myself from some of this and create my own peace." When you type that across our chest, I need some peace. Walking away is protection, and it's also protecting who you're becoming, not who they're becoming, who you're becoming. So we say walking away also is protecting yourself, protecting your peace, is protecting yourself, is protecting your livelihood, it's protecting you from having to be sitting around folk named Bubba eating noodles because you couldn't go sit down somewhere. That's our business too, right? You don't have to answer everything. We're gonna go back to that one. You don't have to answer everything. Silence is sometimes the loudest boundary. I know that sometimes I can just not say nothing. And certain people get scared because you're quiet. Why she quiet? Why she not saying nothing? Are you okay? I've been in places where people say, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with you? This is recent because, this ain't, I'm learning, right? What's wrong with, I said nothing wrong with me. Well, you ain't said a word because I don't have nothing to say. I don't have a desire to be the loudest in the room today. And they're looking at me strange, like, you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. But trust me, it's the time I have lace up my boots. And when I do, I lace them up. But in this instance, some of these instances that I know that I could have walked past, I'm learning how to jump over them little fires, yes, and not get caught. What the Bootsy Collins says, swim underwater and not get wet. I'm learning how to do that. Silence is sometimes the loudest boundary. Silence is also the way of how sometimes you will protect your peace majority of the time. That's your peaceful way of getting away from people. Some people just give them that look and just walk away. Bless your heart. Not responding doesn't mean that you agree. Not responding sometimes mean that you're just done with the whole situation. I know that I have a little saying now to where I don't respond to stupidity. Certain person hears that a lot. I don't respond to stupidity. You keep that to yourself. Yeah, because whatever you're trying to bring over here, that ain't got nothing to do with me, and I don't have to answer to that because that just sounds like a whole bunch of that I don't be part of. You hear me? My sister, sometimes I got to be quiet to hear what's going on around me. Yes, you have to, and you have to be quiet, be silent to also to balance yourself. Hey, TT, how you doing? Peace does not need an explanation. And I'm learning too, if I got to explain to you why I'm asking for this peace, or why if I'm walking away, you still nagging at my backside, are you still coming around me trying to still create little fires around me? And I didn't try to everything I could do. I'm not going to explain to you why I'm walking away from you. I'm just going to do it. Or if I had to set it off because you just kept it on, I tried everything I do. I'm not going to explain to you. I'm going to explain to you why I did it, but I'm also going to explain to you what I did to not. Well, I was trying to de-escalate myself, but you just kept on going. It's a two-way street, child. It's a catch-22. We working on it, right? We working on being civilized. Speaking everything you think is not honesty. Everything falling out your mouth is not honesty. Somebody just texted me that, you know, black folk always let you know about yourself. That was George Clinton said he was swimming underwater, not getting wet. So let me correct myself in public. Speaking everything you think is not honesty, it's a lack of discipline. That was me. Opening my mouth and screaming and letting me be the loudest person in the street or setting it off in every turn, or just, she gonna hear this. I'm gonna tell you, girl, I'm a piece of my mind. I'm gonna let them know. Who she think she talking to? Where's your discipline? Where's your balance? Or, they don't know me. They don't know nothing about me. Who? You ain't T.I. Go sit down. But we quick to always remind somebody, they don't know who they talking to. Who are you talking to? Where's your discipline? Where's your balance? Where's your de-escalation of self, balance, and taking accountability of self? You talking to me. Remember, y'all, my therapy. Some thoughts are meant to be filtered and not broadcasted. If we were really thinking, like we said 5 times before we speak, a lot of the stuff that we say wouldn't even fall out our mouth. And some people, we have gotten so bad, y'all. We have everything we do. Some of the thoughts that we need to filter should not make it to social media. A lot of us should not have to be in episode 19 of your life. I have seen some people, these children have now gotten so far, they are literally telling you, this is one of my such situations. Blasting names and everything. And I'm like, some situations that you've been on, baby, keep them to yourself. But some little fires that you escalated, that don't have to make it to social media. Filter some of these conversations where you say, again, they say everything come out your mouth. Sometimes shows that you're a lack of discipline. Message. So everything that crosses your mind does not need to cross your lips. That's from the book of Granny, verse 2. Oh, what is that? Section 2, verse 3. Give. Let's see. We are a halfway mark. We are there. Welcome to Granny's house once again. Welcome to Granny's house. The title tonight is I Never Minded the Small Things. Walking over and jumping over fires and not allowing things to take in and consume us. Let's see what our granny did when she found her a fire.
Jesus, I deserve a praise break.
For what, Granny?
I walked away. I chose peace, the holy kind, not the still kind.
That's growth.
A whole lot of growth.
Granny said she chose the holy kind. You hear me, not the still kind. That's a whole lot of growth for some of us. To not to come out of the bag like we have used to been doing. Granny said that's a whole lot of growth. You cannot see your reflection in boiling water. Similarly, you cannot see the truth in a state of anger. When the water is calm, clarity comes. So let's read that again because we went to public school. You cannot see your reflection in boiling water. Because boiling water is doing what? It's bubbling, it's boiling, and it's all over the right. Some of y'all do cook, right? Similarly, you cannot see the truth in a state of anger. So when you're mad, you just what? People say, I heard people say, I see red or I saw black. You weren't even there anymore. But when the water calms, clarity comes. So when you calm yourself down and learn how to de-escalate your own personal stuff, and now you can see, bring it back and go, ooh, I saw that. I see it. Let me not answer to this one, or let me not be a part of that one. Let me find my peace and walking away from some of these situations that I usually would have been the ringleader in starting and keeping the drama. You hear me? That was me. I knew I matured when I realized every situation doesn't need a reaction. Sometimes you just got to leave people to do the lame stuff they do. Sometimes you got to leave people right where they are. You cannot bring and lead every horse to water. You got to leave them right there. Because if you done did everything you can to try to bring them up with you and they're not ready and they just, what we say, we'll catch them later as we pass them out on the freeway. Giving a piece of your mind costs you your peace. People brag about being the most outspoken, but complain about the consequences that it brought them. Now, I've been in that situation. Oh, girl, please, I said this, girl. I told them. They got I know you should have heard me. Just loud and brash. And then, because you was the one that I had, I gave a piece of my mind, I told them about themselves. But now you turn around complaining about what happened with the repercussions of what you did. Now you suffering or trying to grow back or grow up or catch back up or deal with what you did because you couldn't control your mouth. Because everything fall out your mouth. What they say, everything come out, I said earlier, everything past your mind don't gotta come out your mouth. Think about it. Reactions take energy, and you don't get refunds for giving away all that energy. So every time you set it off, think about how much money you're losing. Because sometimes you are. In some of them situations, you could be in places to where I've seen people now to where you're being sued for small things. I watch a lot of YouTube on some levels, and you go, wow, and not judging, but you go, wow, why didn't I think about that? But then I had to catch myself when I said earlier, weigh in and balance my own self. What I would have done? See, I've been one of the people over there had to pay for that too. I'll be paying for the repercussions of my own sins of being brash and out and just all out of pocket and all out of sorts. Oversharing emotions leaves you emotionally bankrupt. Think about that one, huh? Doing a whole bunch of this, oversharing your emotions, just draining other folk. And then after you pass by, you drain yourself once it's over. We talked about them 2-hour conversations. 2-hour conversations with somebody just raining on you. And you walked away, and then I'm quite sure that person that was doing it, when I walked out of that conversation, I was like, oh, why did I say all that? And I left myself with no good feelings at all. And I know the person I was on the phone with, I didn't leave them nothing either. Because I just sat there and just dumped and bumped all over them, and they don't have nothing. Now they probably have to go pray or rebalance themselves for my drama. I'm de-escalating my own self. Peace decreases every time you engage unnecessarily. Think about that when we in some of them situations. Every time I'm about to set it off, how much peace did I just lose? Now I got to go back and regain what I lost. There are some people who always seem angry and continuously look for conflict. Walk away. The battle they are fighting isn't with you, it's with themselves. Before you had to give a peace of mind, think about it. Are they coming at me because of something I did or something that they can control because their own unhealed triggers? We all ain't delivered yet. We working on it. You keep handing out a piece of your mind and then wondering why you don't have any peace left. I played on the words. You better catch it. You keep handing out all them little pieces. I'm giving peace to my mom. And then now you wonder why you don't have any peace for yourself. It's your fault. Peace for yourself.
Thing that crosses your mind does not need to cross
She
your
talked
lips.
about you. You gonna let that slide?
Some emotions are tests, not assignments.
I don't mind small fires. I protect my peace.
That heard the devil. He said, she talked about you. You gonna let that slide? Yeah, because he know back in the day, he's gonna read little, he already know me. He know I would have been like, what? Who are you talking to? But now I'm like, what? Okay, well, that's small. Go on about your unhealed self and go and find something to go do. Emotional restraint. That little devil was trying to make you unbalance your emotional restraint. Anybody can react. You can regulate. So it was easy for us to react. But now are we the regulators? Can we regulate the way our old self, our unhealed actions? It's easy to react. We have done that. We've shown ourselves doing that. We have full videos of people reacting, full TV shows of that. And you look at it and you go, oh, how uncivilized. But there's full TV shows of grown women fighting and beating up each other on a level like this. Wow. Maintainer, if you're watching, tell that boy turn his TV down. He is stressing me out tonight. Self-control. Self-control. Type that one in your journal. How I'm going to balance myself and work on self-control. Growth shows up when you don't have to prove yourself. Yourself, you go, oh, I'm growing. Yeah, I didn't have to go over there and show them that. I didn't have to go over there and say anything to them. And you go, wow, okay. I had to go over there and go, ooh, you're growing. And that's a long story, so I don't get into it. But I had a situation I talked about it was a Tuesday, to where somebody was kind of nicking at me. And they were nicking at me, and they were nicking at me hard too. And I just went, woo. And at the end of the situation, which I usually would have went, you know what? I ain't even, what? But this time I reined it back and I thought about it and I was like, this feels like an unhealed situation. And being that you're unhealed also too, if you two unhealed people get together any longer, somebody gonna set it off. But what I did is I walked away. And as I walked away from it, that person realized that, oh, she's not bounding me. She's not coming at me in that way anymore. And now we ended up our conversation ended in a high level. Something very rare for us to see. A high level conversation go, you know what? I thank you for this interaction. That's what I actually said. I thank you for this high interaction. Because I was about to act my complete self, but I didn't. I ran it back and I jumped over that fire. And I didn't get burned. Silence shows wisdom and not weakness. Silence creates clarity. You can think. Can't think when we say about the boiling water. You can't think amongst all the chaos and there's no calm. Loud responses often come from your own personal insecurity. And we're around some people who, when they have to be the loudest in the room, or when they come around you, they got to show off by being the most brashest or unhealed person in the room, or screaming and It's almost like they don't realize that you're just uncontrolled and setting things off over what? If a person does not hear you, first of all, let me talk about black people now too. We do not own AT&T, Metro, and none of these people. So if you want one of these little cell phone devices and somebody's talking to you and they go, "Girl, I can't hear you," don't be snapping off because you can't hear them and they can understand you. Remember, all of us do not own a brand new iPhone. And most of that is because you have gotten so keyed up and the world is so beating down on you now that you are actually allowing yourself to be triggered by something as small as something you can't control on that level. I'm poking at people now. I'm poking a bear. Calm unsettles people who thrive on drama. Let go and let God. Queen Mother has entered the building. You better let go and let God. Silence isn't losing, it's choosing. Now that's how I'll be talking to all people in my head. Like, which one you gonna pick? Okay, Sybil. I have to realize that I do have these power meetings with myself. And a lot of times I have to remind myself, oh, that's not the one. This ain't what you want today. This one looks like it's gonna have you have to apologize later on. Walk past this one. Walk away. You hear me? Walk away. It isn't smart to argue with the fool. Listeners can't tell which is which. And this was a plaque my grandma got. We miss grandma. But grandma had this plaque in her house. And every time we would be about to act a fool with each other, setting it off, she'd make us go over and read it. And it did never really resonate to me what it means until I got older and I was in battle with somebody else constantly in my own home. And I had to realize that we both battling. And if somebody would walk past us, they wouldn't go, well, this one must be the smart one. This must be the fool. No. The offline person will go, both y'all look like fools because all I hear is a bunch of this and I don't hear nobody with no good sense about. So thank you, Grandma, for making us read that all the time. Not taking the small things for granted. So now we've dealt with a lot of all of the things that we are passing by and some of the things that we're learning how to get past. We're going to transfer over to some of the other little things in a minute too. So let's get ready to change it up and put a little nice little, we're going to leave on a high note, right? Remember, choose your battles. Sometimes the best thing is just to let go and smile. Most of the time, being graceful and compassionate is better than just being right. Raise your hand if you want them. I gotta be right, people. But they need to know. No, they don't. Not to walk away. Because allow yourself to strategize. Allow yourself to think. Allow yourself to come back with a better plan before you have to put yourself in that kind of situation. Come on. One of the most healing things you can do is recognize where in your life you are your own poison. For the people in the back that went to public school, one of the most healing things you can do is recognize where in your life you are your own poison. Are you the one that's starting the fires? Are you the one that's causing the chaos? Can you ask yourself that question? Let's see what Granny did before we go into our next segment.
Thank you, God, for the little things I used to rush past. Quiet moments. Answered prayers I didn't even ask out loud. I'm grateful right here.
Granny said, I'm grateful right here. Because now we're going to talk about not taking the small things for granted. Small moments are things we take for granted. Sometimes some of the small moments be the best moments that you ever had. And I know a lot of my moments be the people may call them small to them. But I know those be some of the moments that I never even took a picture. And I go, if you weren't there, you didn't see it. Small moments. I'm learning how to appreciate the small moments. the little key children that play. The baby who throws his plate over the side, even though it's annoying. But it's honestly, you go, you know what? That's a development for that person because they realizing gravity. It's got to hit the ground. Then I'll be thinking like, okay, I got time today, and you can get all this smoke. And she gave him some turkey meat smoke. I am growing. We got to get delivered. We can't give everybody that smoke. Sometimes we're gonna have to pass by and go, you know what? I'm gonna get my little fan and blow it and blow the embers out. And I'll put my smoke detector on because I see it about to blow up. And I'm not gonna be that person today. I'm not. I'm trying to get healed. Some of the other things that we always say, small things that we're not gonna take for granted anymore. Calm conversations. When was the last time you was in a calm conversation? And if you haven't been in a calm conversation, have one with yourself. Get to your prayer rug. That's a nice, calm conversation that we probably haven't had. A good laugh. I think I have people that are using me like Comic View. They'll call me because they need a laugh. And they know that 90% of the time I'm going to say some little antidote that's going to be something I'm a little crazy stuff, my little mind, or something that may just witty that come out as our little passing by. And if my little laugh made your day, then thank you. You made mine too. But a good laugh is the little small things we take for granted. So that good laugh also is cleansing. It's healing. It's healing to laugh. A quiet drive home. We take for granted small things like that. Me, it's not going to be quiet. For me, a drive home that's peaceful is me and the Migos, and we up to and the radio as loud as it can. I got the window down, and I'm rapping to the top of my lungs. But that's a moment for me that I don't take for granted anymore. You said my best conversation with myself are in the shower in the car. They are. Some of my best ideas come when I'm in the shower. I don't know if I'm practicing how to deal with the heat. Because when the shower is at the burning hottest, that's when I have my best ideas. Hopefully, I don't have to meet the heat place, but that's when I have my ideas. And I'm not in the car much, but when I'm in the car, I can see things clearly in the car. Some of my best thoughts come. Maybe it's the better air, not the little stale air in the house. I don't know what it is, but that's what it is. Gratitude keeps you grounded. Being thankful for the little small things, and that little bit of gratitude will ground you and allow you to balance yourself. Much more than you realize. I'm talking to myself. I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself. I'm not just talking to you. Happy are those who take life day by day, complain very little, and are thankful for the little things in life. Noticing the small things I used to rush past. I'm striving not to do that no more. So I can find a little happy things and complain less, like it just said, right? Because growth is realizing what I used to overlook. My patience. I overlooked that a lot of days. Restraint. I overlooked that. Now I'm really realizing having more restraint shows that I'm more in balance and in tune and grounding myself. Self-control. Something I don't rush past as much as I used to. And it takes a lot of time. And you have to kind of talk to yourself and constantly talk to yourself. It's okay. Just don't answer yourself out in front of people. But as you talk to yourself and you're talking to the better parts of yourself and you're reminding yourself, girl, don't do that. Mm-mm. They want it, but they don't really want it. And you don't really want none today because you done got old and ain't the same. She said, I'm a YN low with my children on the car. I blast I mean, my children knew they can recite, excuse me, Boys in the Hood before they consider ABC. So that's their business. And I was a young mother. Now I'm a whole lot. I'm different now. I commend my daughter. I'm gonna talk about her. She's in the car. She's playing classical music, and I'm in the car one day. And we in my car, and I'm about to turn on the. I was like, her baby don't listen to this kind of hell raising music. I let them listen to. So other than that, yes, ma'am. When I'm in the car with myself, I'm a whole YN gang. But when I'm with my grandchildren now, I try to balance the conversations and the thoughts that I did with the X-Tax write-offs. I messed them up, so I got to help keep the grandbabies balanced. My grandbabies be listening and getting jiggy with it, so you know how square they are. No offense, Will Smith. As we go into keeping ourselves balanced, I have some questions I want to ask you. And as you write these in your journal, write these and ask yourself these questions. What fire today could I walk past? What fire could I walk past instead of jumping head in? We did something today. Yes, you did, because you live in. I know I have. I'm practicing, so I can write down what I've passed by. What are you letting that's really small remove your peace? What are you letting remove your peace? Ask yourself these questions. Mhm. Your journal should be on fire tonight. Celebrate your growth. Celebrate your growth. I celebrated my growth when I did that the other day, when I realized that you did not set it off. I was so proud of myself. I honestly was like, wow, are you okay? I asked my own self, are you okay? That's not like you. I had to go in the mirror and look at me, pinch myself in the mirror, look at myself. Is this the same person that I woke up and asked? Okay, this ain't normal for me. But yeah, I celebrated my growth, and it's okay. Celebrating your growth allows you to feel good about when you do it. My sister says you gotta take the first step to balance. That's like what they say. You gotta take the first step to anything. The first step to growth. Even when they say you're in a drug program, you gotta admit it. It's the first step. You pause where you used to react. Celebrate. You don't do that. Mm-hmm. And celebrate as we're striving not to react, and that we're quick to pause now for some of the stuff we used to act for. You walked away where you once exploded. A lot of people see me now and go, "Ooh, girl, you would have." Yeah, I'm still working on me. Okay, so don't remind me of what I'm capable of. I choose peace that doesn't need applause. You don't have to be seen of people to do good. You don't need everybody to applaud you because you chose peace. You don't have to take a picture of everything you did and put it on social media. Just know that you did it. And that's the best of it. But sometimes you may have to go and knock on go and call your girlfriend. That's what I'm allowing you to do. And go, girl, I did not set it off today. And if you need somebody to clap for you, go find one of your good girls. Not just such a gloom and doom. Go find somebody that can clap for you and help you appreciate and help that you didn't set this fire that you usually set. Silence is a source of great strength. So our mantra for tonight. I don't give my energy to small things. I choose peace before reaction. I walk away wiser, not weaker. My growth shows in what I no longer entertain. Y'all better think about that. My sis says, I gave my twin son my last piece of bean pie. I chose peace and walk. We are locked in some kind of way real serious because I gave my little son, he came through here, he believes that every night he's supposed to have some dessert. So after he finished his food, he goes, Mom, I finished my food. What can I have? And we had one pie left, and I did the same thing. And I regret it about 2 a.m. when them hot flashes kick in, the sugar count be calling my name. But at that point, I realized it was a little bit. Go take the high road. Let the baby have that pie. I didn't need it anyway. Tonight wasn't about ignoring life. It was about choosing how we show up in it. Growth doesn't always look like a loud victory. And growth is always not a loud victory. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like us just walking away. Mhm. Sometimes it looks like saying, not today and not like this. I never minded the small things because I learned the small situations don't deserve big pieces of me. I don't have the answer to everything. I am not Granny Phil. He ain't no doctor anyway. I am not a Dr. Granny. I don't have the answers to everything. I don't have to explain my piece. I'm learning that one too. And I don't have to prove my growth to anybody watching. Because if you've been watching, you will see it. And you will understand, oh, I see her. And I'm proud of her. I ain't looking for that, but you'll see it. The real celebration is this. I pause now. I breathe now. I choose wisely. And I'm choosing wisely. So let's go back and put some INGs on those, right? I'm pausing now because I ain't all the way there yet. I'm breathing more now. I meditate. It's safe for other people. I'm choosing more wisely than I have before. And if that means I have some conversations unfinished, which I leave a lot unfinished, some arguments unanswered, and some people confused, I'm good with that. I am really good with that. Because peace does not need closure from chaos. It's not going to come that way anyway. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate the restraint. Celebrate the calm. Celebrate the moments you walked away before things blew up. That's not weakness, and that's wisdom. And if nobody told you today, I'm going to tell you, I'm proud of you for trying. I'm proud of you for the effort that you're giving. I'm proud that you are even giving it the time of day to come to Granny House and figure it out, as I'm figuring out too. Before we leave out, Queen Mother blessed us today. Yes, she did. Queen Mother gave us her verse for tonight. Her verse tonight comes directly, let's see as it rolls back on us, from Luke 12 and 15. Then he said to the watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in the abundance of possessions. So that's her adding on to us what? Being grateful for the small things. We thank you, Queen Mother, for that. So y'all go read Luke 12 and 15 and see what you get up out of it for yourself. You hear me? I am going to back and study that one because if she gave it to me, that means it's something I need to put my hand on and study. I thank you all. I've had a ball. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Granny's House, episode 34. We have unpacked it. Oh, you better come on. She said, I'm regretting it now, sis. Don't regret it. I'm going to regret my big pie later on. I love you too, beloved. I love you too. What we do, we like, follow, and we share. We don't gatekeep. We like, follow, and we share. We share with others because as we are growing, we want others to grow around us. We can grow as a community together. Don't leave other people behind. Try to bring them up. And if you got that horse by the neck and they drinking the water and go on, child, and pass them by because you have done the best you can. We are growing together. Let's grow together. Let's like, follow, and share. Let's like, subscribe to YouTube. Hit the little thumbs up button. If you're on YouTube right now, take this pause break. Hit the little thumbs up button if you enjoyed Granny tonight. Hit the thumbs up button and let YouTube know that you're riding with me. We hanging out and you locked in with me. We like this. You hear me? Also subscribe and hit the notification bell. The notification bell let you know when I am coming on every Tuesday at 8 o'clock and every Thursday at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, God willing. I thank you for all of you giving us, all the love and light you've put into the conversation tonight. I'm so thankful for all of you continuing to come with me. Episode 35 is Tuesday. If you see me in my t-shirts, but I say, don't rush me, I get paid by the hour. I have not been in my cafeteria because I've been in here grinding. You hear me keeping quiet and doing me, being stay out of a whole bunch of trouble. But other than that, I love you all. Do not gatekeep, like, follow, and share. If you see something you like, or you see something you want me to talk about, you have a topic that you feel you like to discuss, give me a little ring and let me know. Let's put it together. I'll see you all later on. And once again, we say thank you for coming and welcome to Granny's house.
Knock, knock, who's there? It's the truth at the door. Don't wipe your feet, just bring your mess to the floor. This ain't no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Pull up your granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey. Come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to